Hey guys, it's Pops Reviews, and I'm here back with another video. Yes, I am back recording a video here, and this is a game you saw me unbox in one of my previous videos that I did just back in the spring. This is a little game called Replay Basketball. Oh, you can see it here. There we go. Replay Basketball. Professional basketball action on your tabletop. So this is a game I purchased here, and kind of like really went in on it really good because I have four different seasons that I purchased. I purchased the 86, 93, I think the 2010 or 11, and the 2000, is it 18, the Raptors season that they won. So, and then I also have... I also purchased, that came with the game, the 2021-22 set, but it's only the top 9 teams from that 21-22 season. I kind of just thought maybe I would just, get a little sample of that season, not necessarily interested in it, but just a little sample, because that was the season I was purchasing this game, so I thought I'd get that. So I have cards for that. And then I also purchased All-Time Great Teams Volume 2. So yeah, this is just going to be like a little sample playthrough and then a review on this game. So again, this was the using the All-Time Greats Volume 2. So there's 16 more memorable teams in pro basketball history. Obviously, this is a Volume 1, including 4 great ABA teams. So I obviously got the set because it has... now, one thing I want to say is that I do like the little write-ups that the guys at Replay do. Obviously, like in this book here for the 2021-22, they give you like a little write-up of the teams. So that's, that's pretty cool. And then they give you, like little extra rules and that. So I do appreciate that. If you purchase some of the other seasons, they have a little more meatier book, and then for the All-Time Greats Volume 2, you just kind of get this like little leaflet sheet here, talking about some of the different teams, and in this case, the more dominant team maybe in this game, which is the Bulls 96 team. So they have a little write-up about that, and so as you can see here, I'm going to do a sample game. This is the 84 Celtics. Okay, they are a championship team, 83-84 Celtics taking on the 95-96 Bulls. So I'm going to do a little sample playthrough of this game, and I'm not going to go heavy into rules, but I'm going to talk about some of the rules and how to get started, because I find with this game there isn't really a lot of, like, there's some videos out there, but it doesn't really show you how to get started, especially now in 2023. So, before I get into that, I just wanted to show some more things that you kind of get with this game. So, with my Volume 2 Greatest Teams here, you also get this little sheet here, which gives you a little flavor of like the teams, their standings, and then little write-ups about them, so that's pretty cool. They also have quick play rules. I haven't gotten into the quick play, but if you want to do like a quick play, you can also do that. So they have that here, instant replay chart, so you could do a quick play version of the games if you don't want to play them. Now this game, I'm going to be real with you guys, this game is a long game. It is a very long game, especially when you're learning the game. It is a very long game. Each quarter could take about close to an hour, at least for me. I don't know if, like, especially when you're playing tabletop, they do have a computer version of this game. Excuse me, I have just a little hint of a cold, so just don't mind me while I try and do this here. But yeah, they have a computer version of this game if you want to get that. It's a little easier, probably in the sense that you can, it takes care of substitutions and keeps track of the points and fouls and all that kind of stuff. This version, like I bought the cards version, so you're going to have, your deck of cards like this here that I'm going to be flipping over. It's kind of off camera here, but I'm going to be flipping, and they're going to be matching. So this is essentially like me rolling dice with these cards, and they kind of tell me, they go together and they tell me what's going on and who to look for and whatnot. So this is very cool. You know, I wanted the card version because I do appreciate. I do appreciate the card sometimes a little more than the dice, or I just want to play a card game more than a dice game. So for me, that's very good. So I bought the card version, and so I'm going to be using the card version. And another thing here, so again, to get started, you're gonna get a stat sheet. Now they send you a nice printed copy, a nice hard page copy, almost like this this kind of paper stock here, which was really nice for a score sheet. They send you two. I just printed off some of these off of their replay site. So if you want to get score sheets, you could do that. I guess in these times now, you know, obviously you could use like your laptops and whatnot to, you know, and spreadsheets to keep score. I'm still kind of old school and print off sheets and stuff like that. So to get the most bang for your buck out of any of these kind of sports simulation games, you want to like keep the stats, you know, write it down. So I have all the players written down from the Celtics and the Bulls. You know, this is the away team, the home team. I'm kind of playing a little series here. The Bulls won the first game 1 against the Celtics. So I'm kind of playing a little series here. And then the winner will play like the winner of the Lakers, the 87 Lakers against the 93 or the 94 Rockets. Just a little mini playoff I'm trying to just do just to see how it plays. So yeah, so you're gonna write off all the guys here. You're gonna keep, you know, you're gonna mark, you know, when they score, and you're gonna keep the score at the top here. So this is a little bit of work, you know, if you especially if you've never played a basketball game, a tabletop basketball game. Luckily for me, I did do scorekeeping in junior high and that, so this is not too bad for me, like, you know, to keep the stats of the game and stuff like that. So you can print this out, and it has, you know, like you keep for field goals, free throws. You're just gonna be marking, you know, an X or a circle if they miss, X if they score. For free throws, you know, you might put a 0 if they miss and a 1 if they score. Rebounds, I mark an X for a defensive rebound and a circle for an offensive rebound. So if you want to keep like in-depth stats of like offensive, defensive, you can. And then assists, I mark with an X, and blocks and so forth. And there's also, you know, for personal fouls, and I believe the last column I think is for technical fouls, I think. So so yeah, so you have all your stats that you keep on here for the game, and again, you can just print this off of the replay site. They have it on there. So you're gonna do that. Now, other things that come with this game, you get a booklet here. So this is for rare play charts, it's called. So you're going to go in here, and the cards will tell you when to go into this book. And this will tell you, you know, it's kind of like a little bit of a story of what happens on a rare play. If there's for like possession cards, there's rare plays for like rebounds. There's rare plays for that, rare plays for a fast break. So something special could happen, or some sort of shenanigans. But they have this booklet here that you get that's for the rare plays of the game. So you just kind of keep that aside just in case that happens. And you also will need, they also give you these charts here, or not charts, but little diagrams to show you what like a player card looks like, and what you're looking for. So, you know, like here they have like Larry Bird's name, his positions that he could play, power forward or small forward, and then his rebound ratings for offense and defense, and then his different values for 2-point shooting, 3-point shooting, fast break, free throw, and then this one is the the go-to rating. So he's the first option on the team when it comes to offense. They tell you his age and height at this time too, and then you have something called a call 3 rating. We're not going to be using that today, but there's like a lot of extra rules you could use. As you go on, as you feel more comfortable with this game, you could add on different things to make the game a little more, more realistic. I guess in that sense. And then you have they tell you what you have different columns. Each guy has 6 different columns. So each column is a certain rating or value of what they're looking for in the column. So let's say for column 1, all of column 1 here would be contested field goal shooting. So this is how good he does against a defender, shooting the ball. Column 2 would be open shots, rebound shots, and hot shooting threes. Column 3 is for block shots, clutch shooting, injury. Usually it's that last 3-6 category box there that you get an injury if that happens. Column 4 is for turnovers, steals, and stamina. Column 5, assists, passing, and one-on-one ability. And column 6, drawing fouls and 3-point plays. And then you have, so they show you his injury rating. You have defensive ratings. So players are rated on a 1 to 6 scale. 1 is the best, 6 is the worst. So as you can see, he has different ratings under each column that, as I said, 1 is the best, 6 is the worst. So Larry's, not too bad. This one is for contested field goal shooting. So he's probably going to be, altering the guy's shots a lot. Now column 3 is for block shots and clutch shooting. So he's rated a 3 there. And then a 1. And then with another little 1, this means he gets to a lot of the times the values are going to be equal to or higher. So if it's higher than a 1, then he will probably get the benefit of the defense. But if in this case, when there's a raised number, it means you get to try again with them, flip a card or whatever to find out, if he gets the benefit again. So that's what the raised number is. And then, so there's the rest of the columns. Now the blue section below, as if he's fatigued or if he's hurt, then you'd look at the section below. So that's what the numbers on the bottom or below for used. And then you have your ratings for fast break, jump, BH is I believe is that ball handling? Yeah, ball handling rating. And then you have your different things his actual stats for the actual season that he played in, what he did. So it shows you here. So this gives you an idea, when there's cards come out, you'll be able to tell, okay, I want to give it to this guy because he averaged about 24 points. So I'm going to let him have the ball. So that gives you the ratings for the season of what they did. And then the rest 3 is, there is fatigue in this game. So rest 3 is he has to at least rest 3 minutes per half to be able to be fully playable. If he doesn't rest the 3 minutes and a half, then he would become fatigued in the game, which you would go to his secondary stats. But for him, it should be easy. He's a rest 3, so to take him out for 3 minutes in the game is not too bad. All right, and then it also comes with the team cards that tell you, the different ratings, technical foul ratings for fast. Then you have away and home index to see who gets the advantages, if there's any jump balls, that kind of thing. Which team gets the advantage? You kind of compare against each other. And then you have your fast break ratings that you find before the game starts. And then you have your depth chart that shows you, the first line, who should be starting, and then, who might sub in for Bird, say for power forward. Bird's a starter, then McHale would probably come in at the power forward once he goes to rest. And, then it shows even for a third line. And then it tells you for 3-point defense, guys are rated for 3-point shooting, so 3-point defense. Like if a team is a plus, the Celtics are a +3 on this card, the 83-84 card. So it goes by a rule of 6. So if we actually look at Larry Bird's 3-point rating here at the top, he is a 23. So if he was playing against himself here, against the Celtics, he would be a +3. So it's a rule of 6. So you would go 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So you'd be a 28. And then the other 2 points, you just add +1. So it'd be 28, 29, 30. So you'd be like a 30 3-point shooter against the Celtics. So they've raised his number from 23 to 30. So the Celtics, in this case, are not that great at 3-point defending. And then the prevent threes, if the card is drawn, like say here, he has a box here, that's a 3A. Then you would look at the prevent 3A, and then you would like check the number, his number, you know, and then if it's I believe if it's under the 6, then they get a 3-point shot. But again, we'll go over some of the little minor rules as we play here. And again, this is just a quick overview playthrough to show you like how it plays a bit. You're also going to get, just to let you know too, so you have these two different charts here. This here is your key to playing here. This tells you exactly what's going on in the cards when you read the different columns here. So it even kind of goes by column 1, column 2, column 3, 4, 5, 6, and then gives you a little advanced rest chart. On the back is another important chart here. This is for fast breaks, so you're going to be looking at this a lot too when you're playing. And then obviously the green is better than the red, so you know, better stuff there. This chart here is for full court press. If you're going to be using full court press rules, then you have that here on this chart. And then this chart here is for injuries. When the injuries come, you'd have to do the number, compare it to the guy's letter, and then you'd be able to find out if the guy is injured or not. So you have that, and then on the other side is for rebounds and free throws. If you don't want to read the description on the card, you could go to this chart here if you want. Excuse me, and rebounds or block shots. That's the other rebounds on block shots. So you have this if you want to like get to different readings of what happens, you could like I guess roll numbers for that. But a lot of it is already on the cards itself, so you don't necessarily need this unless you want to do this manually. And then you have your jump ball chart. So this is very important here. This is how you actually start the game here, is with this jump ball chart. So there is a rule. So there's a rule book here. Okay, so there's this rule book that they give you. The replay game rules here. This is the no dice version that I have here. And so a lot of it here too, like, you'd have the rules, but I don't, it's funny because like something like to start the game with a jump ball, it doesn't tell you how to start the game with a jump ball kind of thing. It goes, you know, it has all the rules are kind of like in here, but it's not really, really well defined. I find kind of thing. So that's one thing. That's one thing I find with this. They have all the stuff here, but it's not really laid out in like a manner of which kind of the, I don't know, in an organized play, if that makes sense. But anyways, I'll talk more about that at the end. But I want to, you know, get to kind of just playing a game here. I might have to look at some rules here and there just in case, because it's been a little while since I played this here. But I wanted to get this going because, as we all know, the NBA season is going to be upon us pretty soon. We're already at the end of September. And, you know, big trades have been made already with Damian Lillard going to Milwaukee and whatnot. So this, you know, if you're got NBA fever, if you got tabletop fever, want to play some games here, this, you know, this might be a way to scratch that itch by playing this game. So, so let's get into it here. So you're going to have, like I said, you're going to have your kind of like your, they're called, I think, fast action cards. So you're going to shuffle these up here, and you're going to, you know, you're going to play through a quarter, right? So you have the clock up here. It comes with this this clock essentially here with the chip. So it starts at like 12 minutes here, and you're going to just keep going down with each possession here. So I'm going to try, maybe I'll keep the cards at the top here so you can kind of see when I flip what's going on here. So, and then I also, what you can't see also is I have these other cards laid out here at the top. So I have like the teams here. This kind of tells me, usually you would use these orange cards in between these cards to tell you, like, you know, how long, what's going on with the minutes. So if you want to make substitutions that way. For me, I just kind of laid them out like this here, and I kind of moved the cards, you know, to the right, and that will tell me, like, you know, the guys here, like, that's like the bench. I have all the cards who are together on the bench here. And that's my bench, and then, you know, once it's gone from 12 to 11, that's 1 minute. So then they would go here, you know, and then, you know, 11 to 10, that's 2 minutes, and I would move the cards over to let me know that that's 2 minutes. And then I also have written on the back of my score sheet their first half, second half, and then I'd mark down like a little nick to show that, hey, he's rested a minute or whatever the case is. So so that's how I do my substitutions here. It's not perfect, but that's the way I do it here. So, okay, so we're going to get this game going here. So we're going to start with the jump ball. You're going to have, you know, they give you a nice little baggie with these chips, and then this little marker that kind of shows you like who has the ball, who's in possession. So to start the game, you're going to have a jump ball. So we got to look at, I'm going to move this back here. Okay, so we got to show, for jump ball, we got to match up the jump ratings of each guy at center. And I guess you could use whoever you want, but traditionally it's always the centers that jump ball, right? So Robert Parrish has a jump 1, and then Luke Longley has a jump 1. So we're going to look that up on the, cards knocked over here. Just give me 1 sec here. But we're going to look on that. There's a little box thing there for jump ball, and you're going to look at that to see who wins the jump ball. So both guys are a 1, and so we're going to look at this jump balls here. Okay, so both guys are a 1, so that is a 43. So so determine which 2 players are jumping. Again, I use the centers. I mean, I guess you could use whoever you want, I guess, but traditionally you use centers for the jump ball. And then, so you determine which 2 players are jumping, and using their jump ratings, find the intersecting number on the table below. So we did that. That's going to be a 43, because the home player's jump rating is a 1, the visitor is a 1, so it's a 43. Roll the red die and white dice and read the replay style. So what that means is you have your cards here at the top. So I'm going to flip a card here. I guess you guys still can't see that in the, let me erase it here a bit. So I'm gonna flip a card here. So it's a 14. So you're gonna read the red number with the white number, and you're gonna add them together like just as they are. It's not gonna be a 5. Like, it's not gonna be 4 plus 1. It's gonna be 114. So a 14 for the jump ball. And then it says if the number rolled is equal to or lower than the number in the square, home team wins the jump ball. So the number 14, if it's equal to or lower than the number, which is lower than the 43, then the Bulls win the jump ball. So the Bulls have won the jump ball, goes to the home team. Okay, so let me just put the card here aside. Okay. So we know the Bulls won the jump ball, so we flip a card, and this is going to start the possession to see who on the Bulls has it as the jump ball. So it goes to Coach's Choice 1. So we're doing a possession. So each time you do a possession, you will move the clock down 1. So the possession is Coach's Choice 1. So for the Bulls, Coach's Choice 1 is, now you have Michael Jordan that has a 1, and then the rest of the Bulls team don't have any 1s. So he is the first option. Now if there wasn't a 1, I'm just going to show this card a little better. Now, if there wasn't a 1, then you would go to option 2 and number 2. So then it would go to like Scottie Pippen if Jordan wasn't on the court. And then if neither of those guys were there, then it'd be an option 3. And an option 3 would be Luke Longley in this case. But Jordan is there, so we're going to give the ball to Jordan. So the ball goes into Jordan's hand. And then we're going to flip a card again to see what he does with the ball. So we flipped a card. So now we're going to read this all together. So it's a 1-3. So 1-3 for Jordan. You look on his card. So we're going to look at column 1. So we look at column 1, and then we go to 3. So it's a 2 question mark. So then you ask, well, what is a 2 question mark? So we have this key. We have a guide here that tells us what these mean here. So 2 question mark is a shot contested by regular defender. So if blue die, and the blue die came up with the roll here, so the blue die 2, in this case it's a 2, if the blue die is higher than the defender's column 1 rating, the shot is missed. If not higher, scores a basket. So if the blue die 2 is higher than the defender, so here is his defender, it's Gerald Henderson. Usually it'll be the guy that he's matched up against directly. So if the blue die, sorry about the glare for this, if the blue die 2 is higher than the defender's column 1 rating, the shot is missed. But in this case, it is not higher. It is a 2, so it is equal to. It is not higher. So Jordan did not miss a shot. So if not higher, score as a basket. So that would be a basket for Michael Jordan. He took a shot over Gerald Henderson and got it. So then you'd write on your sheet here. You'd write, I can't do it in the air, but you're going to write like say an X that he hit a 2. And then you're going to, I'd always probably write, you probably want to make sure the score is kept first. So it's probably good to like write the score on top first and then the guy who scored it. That's how we were taught to do it for scorekeeping. So you'd write a 2, so I'd check off the 2, 1, 2, because it was a 2-point basket, and Jordan got a 2. So that's the first points of the game, so it looks something like this. So here's the X for Jordan, that he made a 2, and then at the top I've crossed off 2 points. Okay, so he scored 2, he shot 1 over Gerald Henderson, and then when a guy scores, the next thing you look at is this number here. This is the assist number. This goes together, right? So, here's what the cards mean here. I guess I should tell you what the cards mean. So this is this is how you read the number. It's a 1-3. So we did that. We looked at Jordan's 1-3, and then you have your blue die, which usually is gonna check to see what the defender does, and then you have this extra number. So this is like in case you have another stat that comes up that needs a number, then you have this number, because you've already kind of used these numbers, so you can kind of check it against this number, or they'll specifically tell you to look at this number, but usually it's an extra number that you could use for any kind of extra things that you have to look at with the dice. And then if there's any rebounds, you have your rebounds for the normal rebound, like defensive rebound. The red is for if there's an offensive, like a block shot or something, then you look at that number. And then the blue is for the free throws. If there's a free throw miss, then you look at that number. So let me just make sure I got that right, because I might be wrong on how I've read those numbers there, but I believe it's read in that way. So just give me one sec here. Yeah, so again, so the red writing is if a shot is blocked, then you would kind of go to this here to see what happens with the ball. And then the blue is if for free throws, then you would, if the guy misses, then you would look at the blue. And then you have this extra box here. This is if you're playing with special rules like crash boards or different key things, then you would look at something for like this, but we're not using this for now. Okay, so now the other thing with Jordan, he scored. So then we look at this assist number here. So the assist is point guard 12. So each guy has an assist rating. And now if it, let's say the point guard scored, let's say it was Ron Harper who scored, then you would look at the next position, which is the shooting guard. So then you would compare this number to the shooting guard. But in this case, like Jordan did score, and we would look at Ron Harper as the point guard to see, did he get the assist? This is like an incidental assist. So we look at Ron Harper's number here, which is a 7. So the number on this card has to be equal to or lower than this number. So this is higher than what Ron Harper, 12 is higher than a 7. So he doesn't get assist. Now I don't know if they played this the same way back when. But this is how it was explained to me. I was so confused on this for some reason. I just wasn't reading right, because in the book it says equal to or higher, but it's actually, it has to be, for Ron Harper to get an assist, it has to be 7 or lower for him to get the assist. So just so you guys know that out there. Okay, so he got, this is a 12, so he doesn't get the assist because he's in the point guard position. So that would be it. So Jordan would have scored, and then so now it would be the Celtics ball to inbound the ball. So then we would move the clock because there's going to be a new possession, and we flipped a card. So we flipped a card, and the possession goes to the center. Now some cards like this here too, so it's the center, so it's going to go to Robert Parrish. He's going to have the ball. But some, and when it, they have extra like this. So in the fourth quarter or overtime, it would be the coach's choice. But it's the first quarter, so you abide by what it says. It's going to the center. So it goes to the center, and then you flip another card, and it is a 1-5 for Robert Parrish. So a 1-5 is a 2 question mark. So again, it's that 2 question mark. So again, the shot contested by a regular defender. If blue die, in this case, is a 1. If blue die 1 is higher than the defender's column 1 rating, then the shot is missed. If not higher, scores a basket. So it is a 1. Luke Longley, his defensive rating on his card is a 2. Right? So if the blue die is higher, 1, and is not higher, then the shot is missed. But in this case, it is a 1. Longley is a 2. So Robert Parrish is able to score. If it was higher, then he would have missed. But in this case, Robert Parrish is able to score. So Robert Parrish scores over Luke Longley. So we mark the 2, and then we mark an X by Robert Parrish in the field goals. So now it is 2-2, and then we look, and in this case here, so here's it on the bottom, it's saying center 1. So Robert Parrish, he was the one that scored. So we look at the small forward 1. So it's a 1. So the small forward is Cedric Maxwell. His rating is a 5. He has a 5 assist rating. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and flip his card here. I'm not going to try and do this all the time. But yeah, you can see it's a 5. He was a 1, so it has to be equal to or lower. So in this case, Cedric Maxwell got the assist. So we'd write assist for Cedric Maxwell, assisting the Chief Robert Parrish on that score. So you write that in the assist column. So right now it is 2-2 for the Bulls and the Celtics. So now the clock goes down again, 11:24. So we flip a card to see who gets the possession. So it's the shooting guard. So Michael Jordan. Now here's another rule you can play with. This here has these 2 asterisks. Usually, for sets that you buy in this game, they'll tell you, like, beside the team, they'll show you an asterisk of, like, if it's a 1 or 2. And what that denotes is if there's going to be a pass, if there's a pass or not. In this case, for some reason, they didn't have the, it's called like the tempo. They didn't have the tempo ratings with these teams. So I'm just playing it just as normal. But if you have the asterisk, it'll tell you, like, if a team is a 1 asterisk for tempo, then they might make a pass. If they're a 2, they only make it on a 1 or 2. It's something like that. It's really easy, but for this set, they didn't have that. And in this game too, if you make 3 passes in this game, that's like a shot clock violation rule. So, but we're not playing with that. So the ball is just going to go to Michael Jordan, the shooting guard, and then we flip a card. So it's a 1-5. Sorry if you guys can't really see the cards here. There we go. So it's a 1-5 for Jordan. So 1-5 is a 2 question mark. So the blue die is a 4. If blue die is higher than the defender's column 1 rating, and it is, then the shot is missed. So this time Jordan missed. So this time I would write a circle in his column to show that he missed. Okay, so the shot is missed. And then you look at the black writing here. So it shows defensive center. So then Robert Parrish gets the defensive rebound. So then you write down into the stats that Robert Parrish, and I put an X to show that he got a rebound. Okay, so now it's now the Celtics ball. So now let's move the clock down because it's new possession. Coach's choice 1, so we'll put it in Larry Bird's hand. So Larry Bird has the ball. And now we flip the card to see what does Larry Bird do. It's a 6-5. So 6-5 for Larry Bird is an F1. And an F1 on this chart, because again, this has everything to let you know what you're doing here. F1 foul committed by regular defender. So the foul is committed by Dennis Rodman. That's his defender right now. So that would be his first. So then you'd write over here, Dennis Rodman got his first personal foul. And then there's also the team fouls for the first, second, third, and fourth quarter. So to show you how I denote this again, you write it on here, team foul, and then you go to Dennis Rodman, and then you have his personal foul. So if they have 6 fouls, they foul out. So you want to keep substitution. This would be considered a dead ball right now because there was a foul on the play. So then you can decide if you want to substitute anybody, or you know, if you want to, you know, keep the play going, and then you would just flip the card again for possession to show, you know, that the ball's inbounded. So these are like the dead ball stoppages. And what I do too as well is I will, if the away team, I'll let the home team be the last to make the substitutions, right? So and why I do that is because a lot of times there's advantages in this game. As far as like the guys, like their ratings, like say like Bird right now, he's being guarded by Dennis Rodman, who's like really tight defense, right? Which he should be. But like Larry Bird's gonna have a hard day. He's against a lot of ones, and you know, different in that column. And then even with Scottie Pippen, if Scottie Pippen decides to defend him, like he's like very low, so Bird's gonna be missing pretty much a lot of shots against this team here. So I'll let, you know, on like the regular substitutions, I'll let the home team sub last. But if the away team, if they call a timeout, if like, you know, during play you decide to call a timeout, then I'll let the away team be the last team to make their substitutions, right, and make the home team kind of thing, make their substitutions first. So you know, that's really kind of the play here. I'll do a few more here. I'll just do a few more, and then I'll give my thoughts and review of this game here. So there was a foul committed, so it's a dead ball. So we're inbounding the ball. So we're gonna move the clock to 11 minutes. So that's 1 minute. So now they're, you know, these bench guys that I have up here, they've done 1 minute already. So you can either write that down or just, you know, keep it there, just to show that, you know, it's a minute and you're still keeping going here. So we're at 11 minutes. So we flip the card. So who has the possession now? So it goes to the center, Robert Parrish. And we flip another card, and it's a 1-6. Parrish 1-6 is a 2 question mark. I'm just getting the two question marks. So again, the shot contested by the defender. If the blue die 1 is higher than the defender's column 1 rating, and the blue die is not, because Longley is a 2. So if the blue die is higher than the defender's column 1 rating, then the shot is missed. If not higher, score a basket. So Parrish scores another one on Longley. So Robert Parrish with 4 points, and he's going to work on Luke Longley. And then the assist goes to point guard 10, but Dennis Johnson is an 8. It has to be 8 or lower for him to get the assist. It is a 10. So then no assist. So now we move the clock. It's the Bulls' possession. A 3-1. We look. It's the power forward. So power forward is Dennis Rodman. So Rodman gets the ball. We flip the card again. It is a 2-2. 2-2 for Rodman is a 2-4. So here's the thing here. So it shows a 2-4 on his card. So let's look at his card here. So 2-4. So usually when they have this raised number, and you're going to see what it is in a sec here. So there's a raised number, 2-4. So you look at this here with the little raised here number. So if blue die 5 is higher than the raised number, and again it was a 4. So the blue die was a 5, his raised number is a 4. So if blue die is higher than the raised number, a 3-point shot is being attempted. So Dennis Rodman, the 5 is higher than the 4. So a 3-point shot is being attempted by Dennis Rodman. If not higher, then score as a 2-point basket. But Dennis Rodman, crazy Rodman, he's looking to shoot a 3. Now it says here raised numbers. Hope you guys can see this here. Raised numbers may also appear next to other results. In every instance, the meaning is the same. If blue die is higher, 3-point shot attempt. If not higher, use the existing result in the square. So you do have, like on other different parts, there are raised numbers in other categories. So you just have to look for that. So Dennis Rodman is going to shoot a 3. So when they shoot a 3 here, we look at his 3-point rating here. So he's a 14. We're going to look at his card. So his 3-point value is 14. Now we look at the Celtics card. So we look at the Celtics card, and they have a +2 for 3-point defense. So his 14 is going to go up by really 7 points here. So it'll be 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So Dennis Rodman will be shooting. He needs to flip a 20 to hit a 3-point shot. So we flip the next card. So it is a 65. So he missed. He missed a 3-point shot because it had to be a 20 or lower for him to get it. So we're going to write in his field goals that he tried for a 3, but I'm going to put a circle around it to show that he missed. So he missed. That's a rebound. And then we look at the black part of the card. Ball out of bounds. Home court advantage roll to see which team gets team rebound. So this is when we look at the number. We look at the number. Is it the 3? The home court advantage is a 2 for the Bulls. That's something you got to do before the game too, and that's actually in this book here. Is it the Rare Plays? Yes, inside the Rare Plays cover. Yes. So home court advantage. So a lot of the stuff here, guys, you got to just do before the game. You do your fast break ratings before the game. You're going to find out, you're going to compare the offensive rating to the team's defensive rating and find out which by color, and then that's how you find out your fast break rating. And here for home court, they have this here. So during play, if the die roll on a home court advantage play is higher than the home court advantage, the play goes to the benefit of the home team. So in this case, it is a 3. The Bulls are a 2. So it goes to the advantage of the home team. So that's how you find out that home court advantage. So you did the home court advantage roll to see which team gets the team rebound. So it's actually the offensive team. So the offensive team got the team rebound. And then, so for that, the offensive team gets the home rebound. These are questions here too. You just, the offensive team. Just give me 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry, yeah. So actually the ball, so the ball went out of bounds. So it's just going to be Bulls ball on the side. So the ball went out of bounds. No one gets the rebound for that. It just went out of bounds, but it's the Bulls ball. So that would take care of that, and then we would start a new possession here at the 10:46 mark. It would be the Bulls ball. So anyways, you get the gist a bit of it. You know, obviously it goes deeper and deeper with the game. And it actually plays a little more smoother because I'm kind of showing you the rules here. So it does play a little more smoother as you go along. But again, it is a longer game. You know, like again, we're only, you know, over a minute in the game. And, you know, we have a score of 4-2. So, you know, it's going to be a game that if you want to, you know, invest your time into. I believe the benefits of the game are really good. Like you get a good like stats for your realistic stats for your guys, for your teams and that. So you know, it is this is a really good game. I invested again. I got 4 different seasons for it. Am I going to be playing out 4 different seasons with all the different teams? Like probably not. I mean, that's like just for any game when you have like, you know, a host of boxers, hockey teams, baseball, whatever you're playing. You know, I really probably find it unlikely that you're going to play a full season with like one team. Like you might with one team, but like all the teams in that set, probably not, right? Like that's a lot of work. That's a lot of game, unless you're really committed, you know. But this game is great. I really enjoy it when I get it on the table. It is a little bit of work because again, like I'm writing out everything. You know, again, there's, you know, I'm sure guys have their spreadsheets and laptops. I'm just not there with all that stuff. I don't mind doing it with the old pen and paper, you know. But you know, this game is good. I do like it. I know a lot of people have. Or, you know, they're hung up on like the substitutions and keeping track of that. And, you know, it is maybe a little bit tedious to like, you know, keep track of how many minutes each guy is playing and that kind of thing. But, you know, once you get going, it's not too bad. You know, again, you know, if you want it a lot easier, if you want to play this game and make it easier, if you don't want the card and dice, there is a computer version that keeps track of all that stuff. But I do find it enjoyable. Like it's, you know, it's a hobby. You know, you have to have the patience to play these games, right? So, you know, if you have the patience to play, this really pays off for you, you know. And I really do enjoy it. I played a few games and I really am enjoying it. And yeah, just again, the only negatives I have to say about this game, I guess one would be the time. I guess the time it is long to play a game, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. And another thing would be is that I guess, like I said, some of the rules for the game are they're there. You have to like kind of, you know, again, I guess you have to play it a bit, and then you know, when you come across it, then you cross-reference it a bit. But even just like a flow of like, you know, how you start the game. Sorry, my phone kind of cut out here for a sec. But anyways, guys, yeah. Just you know, playing the game, getting into flow. Like once you get into the flow, the game goes by really nice. But yeah, I think just the initial setup, like just to get it going with like, you know, having to find the home court index and the, you know, the fast break rating and the jump ball. The jump ball wasn't even obvious. Like I had to kind of like watch a lot of videos and you know, kind of put 2 and 2 together kind of deal. It wasn't like made obvious in the book. So I find a lot of those things like it could be taken care of a little bit better. And I know you could always say like, oh, you know, just go to the website, or, you know, there's the FAQs there and all that. But, you know, it is nice just to, you know, like some of that stuff is essential to playing the game or even just starting the game, right? So it'd have been nice to have that just up front and like just a flow chart of how to get things started. And then, you know, like, you know, if you have questions after that, then, you know, sure, you know, but Well, yeah, once you get going, this is a really nice basketball game. I really do enjoy it. The cards are really nice. They're really nice cards, and yeah, they're really nicely made. So the cards are nice, the colors and that, and then all the the numbers and everything, and so it is really nicely made. It's a really nice quality, and everything came nice, nicely packaged, and the cards were nice and everything. So they really do a good job at Replay Sports when they ship everything out to you, and then the quality of what you're getting. So that is all well and good. That stuff is all well and good, but I think just once to get started and to access some of the things there, I think they kind of have kind of adjusted some things with this game, because I don't know, I can't remember if this game was made back in 2011, but I believe they have adjusted some things with this game to kind of make it a little more smoother to play, and so that's great. And yeah, it's been really fun. It's been really fun. I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm gonna have a lot more fun having the matchups I want with LeBron playing with his Miami Heat against the Bulls of '93, or the '85 Bulls, or sorry, the '86 Bulls, or having the different rivalries or matchups or playoffs or whoever you want, and even they have some the ABA teams that you could get. They have earlier seasons, some earlier seasons with like Wilt playing, if you want to play in that era with Wilt and those guys. And then they obviously have all the recent seasons. They don't have all like the 80s teams or 90s teams. So that's why they have like these greatest teams volumes 1 and 2. So if you want to get certain teams, you can look for them in there. But yeah, everything is great with this game. Having a lot of fun, and I'm sorry if I didn't really cover everything about this game. Again, there are different stats and that. When you flip the cards, you're gonna go to different categories, and then they have the guide, which will explain everything on that guide. So you just have to kind of follow it nicely. It's gonna take time for you to learn everything, and it's still taking me a little bit to learn all the different meanings and that. But once you get that figured out, then the game it starts to flow a little nicer once you play it a little more. So anyways, guys, that is my review of Replay Basketball. Tabletop Hoops. Why have you not done this game? I'm not too sure. You've done every other basketball game. What's going on? Anyways, and I'd like to thank some of the other guys out there, Mr. Steve Tower at After Further Reviews, the Replay Gamer, some of these other guys who actually did the actual tabletop for this. I thank you for your videos. You guys really did help me out to make a purchase on this game, and show that it really was an enjoyable game, actually. So thank you for making your videos, guys. I really appreciated it. And again, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or comments, I know it's been a while. I know I don't make videos all the time. I've just been busy. Life is a busy thing, guys, and I wish I had more time to make videos and play tabletop games, video games, whatever, but such is life, right, guys? So thanks again, and again, like I said, if this influences you to buy this game and be ready for the new season that's coming, if you want a basketball tabletop game, then this is a really good game. And of course, they will have like last year's season with the Denver as the champs. I'm sure that set will be coming. I think it's coming on in October. So if you want that particular season, then you have to wait till October to buy that season. So, but anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and I hope this helps with your play of this. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave any questions or comments. And I just thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for watching, and again, hopefully I will see you in a new video soon. There will be a new video soon, I know, because I will be getting something coming in the mail soon that I'll be doing an unboxing and hopefully more playthroughs, so look out for that. And actually look out also for an interview or a chat with Al on his channel, Al Red Sox fan. So please check him out on his channel, and I should be doing a chat with him soon. So anyways, guys, thanks again. Take care, and God bless. See you in the next video.